was doing when I was doing it, then you wouldn't have fell asleep when I asked you to pray with me. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant for everybody to get it at the time that you say it, but I understand that the sacrifice is going to be worth it because they're going to catch it later. The wave sometimes is meant for them to catch it 2 and 3 years down the line. It's not meant for them to get it right now. I'm cool with that. I ain't tripping off of that.
Right. And I got one more thing.
They're going to still get this work. They still going to get this work.
Oh, yeah. Give it to them, bro. I got one more thing, man. Like one show, man, I watch every one of your shows, bro. So whether, you do when you do by yourself and the people that's talk, man. So one of the shows you guys were talking about the domestic violence part of it. Like, and I mean, that show blew up though, for real, because the lead attorney, man, that dude, bro, he's like, he was like, if a woman puts her hands on you, we had a huge discussion about this at my house, bro, with a whole bunch of women. And he said, if a woman puts your hands on you, they asked the lead attorney, do you feel like you should be able to put your hand? But he said, absolutely. He said, because a 5'7" woman shouldn't be going around thinking that she could just beat up on a 6'1" dude. Like, so what are your thoughts on that? Because I watched the show, but you really didn't have anything to say on that, or because the lead attorney was getting it in, bro.
People be thinking like, oh, Anton get a lot of backlash and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
The truth is that I probably do, but I just don't care enough to even pay attention to it. And I guess the reason why I was so adamant about if a woman put her hands on you, make sure you help her to remember never to touch you again.
Say stomp her out. Say it.
Stomp her out.
I watched that clip like 10 times, man.
Put that Timberland boot in her titty, boy.
In her left titty.
Yeah. But the reason why I did that is because it's not that you don't actually really put your boot in her titty, because any woman that's dumb enough to to pull up on a dude that said he gonna put her boot in her titty, she crazy anyway. Right? But the point that I was trying to emphasize is that you don't want equal. You don't want equal. You don't want to live this life. You don't want to compete with me.
Right.
Listen, a woman's worst nightmare, whether she know it or not, is trying to compete with me. That's the honest to God truth, bro. You don't want to be up at 3 a.m. losing sleep trying to compete with me. You don't want to compete with me on no level. You don't want to compete with me on the basketball court. You don't want to compete with me when it comes to this entrepreneurship game, because I don't sleep. Right? And my point is that you really don't want equal, bro. You don't. You don't want equal. You want to participate, but you don't want equal, because life is rough. Technology has, to a larger extent, made things seem to not be what it really is.
Right.
When in reality, this is a blood sport. Every day it's a blood sport. It's a competition. It's we competing to see who's gonna win. We competing to see who's gonna get the most money, who can provide for our family, who can live in the best neighborhoods, who can have the greatest legacy. It is a blood sport, and it is a dog eat dog world, including, and it can get physical. You do not want to you don't want to get this work. You don't want to compete with me. Stay over there. Be feminine, be nice, shut the piss up, and get the piss out of our way so we can do do the work. You don't want to do that. Baby girl, stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying. And the point that I'm emphasizing really is keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanna have a conversation about reacting. You can prevent this. I'm just letting you know. You don't listen. It could get ugly on that other side. So keep your hands to yourself. Don't play that game with me, because you might get stumped out. You might get stumped out. Because I have no. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to standing your ground, I will stand it against anybody, including that chick.
Man, you talking, bro. So let me ask you this then. So how do you feel about, Clarissa Shields? She in your backyard, right?
Who is Clarissa Shields?
The female boxer, and from Detroit, from Michigan.
I don't know who
the undisputed champion.
Yeah, she the champ.
I don't know.
You see,
she's like 20-0.
Yeah, she whooping everybody. So she called out Jake Paul today. You know what I'm
She a good
saying?
body bag, bro.
And she said that
She will
she
get
called
body
him out.
bag.
Yeah, she said, I'm a real boxer. She said, I'm gonna sleep him in 2 rounds. I'm gonna sleep him.
Listen,
You know, man,
if
bro.
she listen, I don't want to hear nobody complaining if Jake Paul pull up on her and beat her frame out, dog. I'm telling you, man. Listen, it's gonna take a couple good beat downs, a couple good reality checks for these chicks to really realize you not me. You
Right.
not me.
Yeah, like
Stop
Right.
it, bro.
like they were mad at what they mad at
How did they
what's the
mad,
old tennis
bro?
player when they said that that Serena would be like 700.
McEnroe.
Macaro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
McEnroe.
McEnroe.
Yeah,
I
they were
seen
mad at him.
that.
It was like, yo, she got smacked by the 200 player, male
Yeah.
player.
Listen, bro. Let me
And
tell y'all
that's
something.
not far fetched. She would get smacked by the 700.
The problem is that it's too many of y'all making everybody feel good instead of telling these people the truth. If enough of y'all talk like me, they wouldn't feel comfortable saying that junk around y'all and getting away with it. No, women don't talk
Right.
like that around me. They be
Right.
like, they shut the piss up. When I walk in the room, they shut up, bro. They don't play that game. All I gotta listen, I ain't never put my hands on Rita a day in her life. I never will, right? It's just the thought of me getting disappointed that will just make her feel like nothing. Like she would just feel like, oh my God, because I mean, to a larger extent, we play father roles in addition to husband roles, right? Seriously, like we take on the role and we replace their father when we marry him. Now, all I got to do is do like this to her. She be like,
Wow.
"Man, let me get out the way. I'm on my way out the door." Like I ain't gotta sit here. I'm not about to sit here and argue back and forth with you, raising my voice. Man, I'm not raising my voice with no chick. I'm gonna look at you. Be like, if I gotta say anything beyond that, we got problems.
Banana split.
We got problems, bro.
You remember that?
Yeah.